Hello, this is Relatively Simple, where we take complicated science concepts and tackle it in under 15 minutes. Today, we'll be talking about climate change, greenhouse effects, and carbon emissions. You might be wondering, why is there so much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? What causes it? The main reason is because of one simple reaction, the combustion reaction, where hydrocarbons and diatomic oxygen release carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Because carbon dioxide is a product of this reaction, it releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere every time we perform this reaction. Ever since the Industrial Revolution, everything we rely on, powering our house, homes, powering our cars, homes, cooking food, turning on the shower, everything relies on this combustion reaction for energy. As you can see in the diagram, since around the 1800s, the atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide has skyrocketed just because we continuously use this combustion reaction. As you probably know and heard in everything, like everybody talking about it, carbon dioxide isn't good. Carbon dioxide is good, just the excess of it isn't good. The main reason is because of the greenhouse effect. We can use the analogy of a car. When you put the car outside in the baking hot sun, it becomes warmer. Why? Because the ultraviolet light from the sun, it's able to go through the windows and heats up the inside of the car. This heat in the inside of the car is released as infrared light. The infrared light isn't able to escape the car, isn't able to escape the windows, making it warmer and warmer inside the car. This is the same thing that happens on Earth. The visible light enters Earth's atmosphere, heats up the Earth's surface, and the heat gets radiated as infrared light. It is difficult for infrared light to escape due to carbon dioxide. This results in the Earth getting warmer and warmer because infrared light isn't able to escape, but ultraviolet light and visible light is able to come in. Things to understand about the greenhouse effect. The important thing to understand here is that the greenhouse effect is necessary for life to exist. This is because if the greenhouse effect didn't exist, Earth would be so cold that the oceans would freeze and it would be impossible for life to exist, or at least life as we know it. But too much carbon dioxide makes the greenhouse effect work too well, making it so that not even if there's a normal amount of carbon dioxide, some infrared light can escape, so the Earth temperature would still be under control. But with so much carbon dioxide, you're trapping in too much infrared light, and the greenhouse effect is essentially working too well, which is why the greenhouse effect gets spoken upon in a negative way. And another thing to understand about the greenhouse effect is that the greenhouse gases isn't just carbon dioxide. It also comes in the form of water, methane, and much more. There are many ways to reduce carbon dioxide emissions in our atmosphere, one of which is focusing on what we eat. If we eat local produce rather than going all the way across America to buy some cherries or letting those cherries get shipped to you, we can simply go to a nearby farm and get the same exact cherries. Well, probably not same exact, but you know what I mean. This way, we can reduce the amount of carbon dioxide needed for transportation, and hence, by doing that, we're helping the environment. And another way we can do this is reducing meat consumption. Meat, usually in the form of cows per se, they release a lot of methane into the environment and is not a really efficient way of eating, or it's not really. Eating meat isn't as efficient of a way to get energy than if you simply eat the plants the cows are eating. For instance, if we focused on eating corn or vegetables like tomatoes or something, we would get a lot more energy using a lot less energy. Another way we can do this is simply at our homes, turning off lights, installing low-flow shower heads. Not only does this reduce your highly expensive energy bill, it's a very good way of reducing the amount of combustion reactions you're using and hence reducing the amount of carbon dioxide. Another thing we can do is traveling. Like instead of going on your Jeep that emits so much carbon dioxide just by driving 5 minutes to a local store, bike or walk and try to fly very seldom. Additionally, drive a hybrid car or simply carpool with a friend and take a bus. Finally, we can focus on what we're buying. For instance, we can reuse items like old t-shirts, make it into a fun little craft project with your friends. Recycle items that can be recycled. Compost foods. That's an amazing way to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide reactions. There are so many ways you can do this. Just try to be conscious. Then you'll find a way to help reduce the amount of carbon dioxide emissions into the atmosphere and potentially cause the greenhouse effect to go under control. Thank you so much for watching and supporting another relatively simple episode. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. We greatly appreciate it. This is Relatively Simple, and I am Helena Schritt. Thank you.